Hello there, it's Billy Mack here in Tallahassee on this March 21st, the spring equinox today. And I'm going to start this video calling it the Billy Victor home gardening series, and this is where it all should start. A good compost pile, that is compost mulch from the landfill that we got, and that's also more compost from the landfill. This is our own compost where our vegetables that come out of the kitchen go in, and we should find lots of worms underneath there. This is some cow manure, can be purchased very cheaply. This is some mushroom manure, that's a little more expensive. A wheelbarrow helps. Now over here I have rows of combination seeds, corn going in the middle, and there's a beet in there somewhere, I think beetroot, and some salad greens, and also something to climb up the stalk of the corn, which would be a bean of some kind. So these are all put in, and it's wise to do more than one row, because when it grows tall it will pollinate in June or so. But I had a tip that dig a little trench for the corn, plant it in, and then when it grows up above that trench, then fill in the sides around the stalk so as to reinforce the stalk. So over here, this is a butterfly garden, some flowers that would induce butterflies, so we're going to put some more flowers in here. These are grown from last year. Over here are some, this is going to be a bed of Brussels sprouts. Those are growing quite well, they've been growing for about 3 months. This is kale right here. I mean, not kale, arugula, I should say. Arugula have this cruciform shaped flower. It's like dancing in the breeze. So arugula needs a little bit of stemming up, but these leaves are really nice. Look at that lovely arugula leaf. Fit to eat, except for this little thing on there. Very nice, gritty taste. Got some more salad greens going to go in there. Arugula, more arugula. Now this is an interesting idea for a potato bin. You put the compost and the leaves down below. You get your potatoes to sprout, put your potatoes in, and then put a bunch of compost on top of it. And then as the shoots come up and the leaves grow up, you put more dirt in there and compost in there. Now these are some beans growing. I'm deciding to row my beans along the fence line so as they'll be supported by a natural part of our garden. It's always nice to have boundaries. Over here I've got some strawberry plants growing. That's nice. And this is a little tip I got from YouTube, and that if you see the shoot, one of the runners from the strawberry plant have a little bud on it there, put a little pot there, and that pot's almost ready to take out of there and start a new strawberry plant. Looks healthy and it's rooted. See how those roots are rooting down in there. Leave that for a few, but I made these baskets and tripods. Some turnip greens. These are all seeds growing. Got kale here, loads of chard and kale I want to grow this year. Chard and kale, very healthy, nutrient vegetable. Be always on your plate morning and night. And I've got a few herbs growing in here and some more Russian kale. So those are popping up nicely. More Russian kale, as you can see, loads of kale. Some collards, some goat cola I'm trying to grow some goat cola. This looks like a shoot right there, goat cola. Who knows if it pops up at all? I'll be happy. There's some tomato shoots. It's important to label all your stuff, of course. Label it well. Some purple basil shoots of purple basil looking there. Chives. This is generally an area where things are growing quite nicely. These are here tomato plants, I do believe. Not very labelled very well. What I've got in there. You have to make sure you label them properly. The labelling's washed off, it looks like. But I put separation areas in there before. These are all tomatoes. And the reason for the separation is that it allows for the tomato to just grow, roots to grow in that one area, and then once you pull them out and you transfer them into a garden, they'll transfer well without separate intermingling with the other roots. And this is thyme, rosemary of course, and this is going to be an herb basket right here with some dill and things like that in there. And this is very nice kale that's been growing for a while. Strawberry plant, strawberry plant, strawberry plant. That's the thyme that I got this time and that time. Lots of thyme. This is a beautiful mint right here. Sage. I don't know what that is. That's another mint. And there's our garden angel. So then we go to here, where along this fence line I'm planting a lot more beans. So I've got a radish patch right here I made yesterday. And soil is all important, of course. The soil mixture I use is a third cow manure, a third vegetation compost from the dump, or you go out to the landfill area and they grind up all their post and vegetation rubbish and they put it in a pile for you to grab. Here in Tallahassee there's a few onions there, and these markings are on the fence marking the different kinds of beans. There's pinto beans, red beans, azuki beans, garbanzo beans, soybeans, all growing along the fence line. So I put them in down at the base so they'll climb up the fence, and then when it gets higher then I'll put something else up, like a piece of string all the way across, and then higher, and just build levels. So with that, the Billy Victorgarden here in Tallahassee. Hope you're gardening and growing something this year.